Hello. Yesterday, I was crabby. Just the weight of everything we've been doing and the stress of being in an entirely different culture came crashing down on me, and I felt bad. Now, I'm convinced that my thought process has two main components: my brain and my gut. So yesterday, my brain was saying, Dan, you're in a new country having incredible experiences, you've just got to get over it. And my gut was saying, so I just waited, I cooled off, and today I feel a whole lot better. But I still thought that it would probably be healthy to sort of sort through my emotions. So here is a list of the things I like and don't like about China. I do not like how indirect the Chinese people are. I mean, I understand it's totally a cultural thing, but in America, when we say something, that is what we mean. In China, however, when people say something, sometimes what they say is, in fact, the opposite of what they mean. See, in China, people are very, very careful not to say something that you might not like. For example, when the Chinese government was worried that one of my friends and classmates had swine flu and wanted to take him to the hospital, rather than telling him why they were taking him away in an ambulance, they just kept saying, oh, we just want to take your temperature. Which leads me to my second thing I don't like about China. Sometimes there's just absolutely no logic. Swine flu is a very potentially scary thing, and for a country as densely populated as China, there is some reason to be worried about it. There is not, however, justification for the Chinese government to tell us that just because we're Americans and swine flu came from America, that we cannot leave our dorms for the entire first week we're in China. Now, we did leave our dorms frequently the first week we were here. We were just breaking the rules every time we did. And like I said earlier, when one of my classmates had a temperature just half a degree Celsius above normal, they sent an ambulance here to pick him up with only 20 minutes warning in the middle of the night. People came out in biohazard suits spraying alcohol all over the ambulance and all over wherever he walked, took him to the hospital and told him the whole time they were only going to take his temperature, when in fact, when he got there, they wanted him to take antibiotics and they took a blood sample and it's just, it makes no sense. By the way, brief little aside, venting like this is so satisfying. Another thing I don't like about China is just this general sense of uncertainty. Things will change suddenly, things will change randomly, and you'll have absolutely no idea that things are about to change when they change. An example of this would be internet connectivity. Sometimes they say they'll let us get the internet, sometimes they say that they won't, sometimes the site will be open, sometimes it won't, sometimes they'll just randomly unplug the router while you're checking your email. It's frustrating, and you don't know what's gonna happen. Or take, for example, how last night at dinner they suddenly sprung on us the fact that we'd have to wake up at 6:30 every morning to go running to activate our muscles. I mean, what the hell does that even mean? But let me tell you something, I did not get up at 6:30 this morning, and I am not getting up at 6:30 any morning. Forget that. I mean, sure, I'd love to be able to stay up 24 hours to see China as much as possible, but the fact of the matter is, I need my sleep. Without a good night's rest, I'm not going to be able to enjoy anything. The final Chinese cultural thing that has bothered me so far on this trip is that through their desire to keep us pleased, that's the word I was looking for. Through their desire to keep us pleased, they are also keeping us way too busy. Now, don't get me wrong, we're doing lots and lots of cool stuff, and I'm learning a lot, but I think 7 museums in 1 week is more than enough. I've spent so much time this week being spoon-fed by the Chinese government exactly what they want me to know about China that I haven't had time to just sit and observe the culture. I mean, I've done a lot of observing the culture just through meal times or whatever, but I would love more than anything to just have, 3, maybe even just 2 hours to sit on a busy street corner and just watch. And to be fair, I believe that things are slowing down now just a little bit. I mean, for example, right now I'm on a pretty substantial break. But yeah, from the looks of it, this vlog is already pretty freaking long, so I'll wait to do what I like about China in my next vlog. This vlog has been great though. I mean, maybe not to watch, but for me, seriously, I honestly feel a whole lot better having just rambled to a camera about this. Anyway, thank you for watching. Until next time, I am Dan Brown, and I am out.